hello, Ian.
Hi! Hi!
Long time
Hi!
long time no see.
Whew! We're back. Floor jack in the car. We discussed all that. I got it out.
That was only yesterday.
We're back in action. Had a little vacation. This is a continuation of the last episode where we did the floor pan. You can see I got the driver's side floor pan in. It's bolted and just tacked. Everything got a little rusty.
Uh-oh.
You want to know why? I think you know why.
Rain in the desert?
A hurricane?
A hurricane.
A hurricane.
How do you say it on the East Coast?
I'm from New York.
A hurricane?
We called it a hurricane.
Oh no. So the Beetle got wet.
So this was
Long
outside.
rust.
Not a problem, right? It's just surface rust, but we're going to have to clean that back. See on this side where we did the quarter panel? That's a bit of a bummer. That's just 2 weeks in the desert.
Oh no.
Oh yes. So it's not welded fully. So I'm going to have to get in there with a wire wheel where the gaps are. And yeah, that's a thing. But hey, life's an adventure, right?
We'll make a whole other episode on you cleaning the rust, because
Yeah.
I'm sure you're not the only one that has to leave a project outside.
Well, that's the thing. The excitement of today is not what I'm doing right now. It's what we're about to do. That is get this thing off of the table and check the ride height.
Yay!
I'm going to make the two little panels that we put in where the floor pan was changed, where the tunnel came up. And then we're going to roll this out and use the lift and put it on the ground. Because next time, we're going to work on Little Jewel again. This bug is going to set on the side. We're going to make some more progress on that because I got some parts. So, for those that didn't see the last episode, the big modification was in here. You can see the windows where there's no sheet metal. You can see how the tunnel was raised up off of that floor pan, and in comparison to the passenger side, if you would swing through, we're going to make those two panels to replace. That's right here, this one. Look at that patina. That's something you can only get leaving it out in a hurricane. That one and that one. So again, just a piece of template paper. This one's been spray painted on, so it's got some color. Just set that in place. Give it a quick little fit up. So see what I did? I just pushed the paper into place. And I don't know if you can see that crease.
Uh-huh.
So I just pushed on the paper and the metal edge presented this little crease. So that's just a quick way to get something into.
Your marker looks awfully dry.
Oh wait, we're gonna do a little thank you session too.
Somebody sent
us
Ian
a pile of markers. I mean a literal pile of them. We'll get into that. I just want to get these two in place. We'll do a little talk about all the gifts we received. And then put this car on the floor. It's not going to be a very long episode, unfortunately. So many of them aren't, but hey. We've been traveling. We've been doing some things. So you can see we're back in the Mojave heat. In case you haven't noticed the perspiration. We went out to Nevada, and it was cooler there than it is here.
It really was. We saw the world's greatest kooky car show.
Oh yeah, that for sure. There's my sweat rag. Yeah, we went to a car show.
To end all car shows.
It's actually more of a mutant vehicle show, but it's pretty rad. There were no well, there was some Volkswagens. We saw 2 Manx-style buggies.
Yeah, we did. Some were rip-roaring through the mud. That was pretty awesome.
There was one tube frame. It looked like a Chenoweth or something. And then there was, what would you say, animal cars of every kind?
I saw a duck.
I saw an octopus.
I saw a goat. I saw a sheep.
The
Oh, we saw an octopus
Yeah, a flaming
that
octopus.
shoots flames out of all its tentacles.
Pretty rad.
What else do we see? I don't know. I'm gonna have to think. Go through the catalog of all the
So many
things.
things.
Ooh, remember the giraffe that we saw? Kinda. I know there's so many things. There was a giraffe.
Or is it
that-
just that my memory is faded? From
All the-
yeah. Okay, cool. So again, I'm just going to take this one. And can you see how I'm just pushing on that? That just gives you a real quick interpretation of what the size could be. So that and that, I'm going to throw these two on the table, mark up some sheet metal, and then fit it in. Yeah, there's a line at the DMV there, and all the cars line up to get certified, and it's a real car show. It's pretty cool.
It really is. And it runs both day and night.
Yeah. 24-hour spectacular. Oh, here's where I put those. Check them out. These are from Rudy's Tacos.
Mm-hmm. We love tacos.
If there's one thing I love more than anything, that's shameless self-promotion.
Yes. Stolen from Rudy's Tacos, Eldridge, Iowa.
That's quite a cachet
Thanks,
of
guys.
markers.
Either A, somebody stole them from Rudy's Tacos, or they came directly from Rudy's Tacos, which I have a feeling based on the return address, they were not stolen. So thanks, Rudy's Tacos. We're going to have tacos today in honor of you. I'm sure they won't be as good.
The next time I'm in Eldridge, Iowa, guess where I'm going?
Rudy's Tacos.
Yeah, that's right. Rudy's Tacos.
I learned quick.
All right, so I'm sure you all love to hear me chewing on a marker. It makes great entertainment. This is just a real quick representation of what I did with the paper. So I'm just making some straight lines with the ruler. And I did make a mental note that this had to be bigger, but the taper, you see it does get a little bit taper towards the end. So I'm just going to cut a quick end on both of these. Fit it in the car. You know our friend Dee Dee?
Yes, I know our friend Dee Dee.
But most other folks may not know our friend Dee Dee. She's a licensed rat fink artist.
She is a licensed rat fink artist.
Pretty cool, huh? She gave me a...
Thanks, Dee Dee. Oh yeah, she gave that to you. She is a licensed rat fink artist.
Pretty neat. We get so much cool stuff. The model car we got a chessboard. I got Volkswagen carburetors and a distributor. The list goes on. Oh, you know what we learned at the car show?
What else do we learn at the car show?
A new German word. What's the German word for constipation?
Oh, I know, but I'm gonna let you say it because it's funny.
Far from pooping. Far from pooping. That's the type of humor you get at the campouts that we go to. Super fun. So yeah, I'm just in here. I did a little angle on this to match what I had on the other side. It appears I did a little bit different than what I'm doing on this side. So let me correct that. I'll build this one. Yeah. If there's one thing that thrills me more than dad jokes, it is middle school humor, middle school grade humor.
I love puns.
I know you love puns. We always work on that. My voice sounds a little hoarse. It's because of all the fun we had. I was losing my voice out there. I got a little sick, then I got better.
Then you got sick of being there.
I got sick of being there. I got sunburned too. But I think we're pulling out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to come like that with a slight curvature. To there. Yeah, exactly like that. Ouch. Yeah, cool. The main thing to remember here is do not lacerate oneself while setting the sheet metal in place, because that can be painful. Yeah, I like that. Here's my Rudy marker.
I think you left it on the table.
I left 40 of them on the table, of course. So we're getting a lot of positivity about the channel. The comments are like, heck yes. It seems like we've bridged some kind of gap in the likes of the channel. We were getting a lot of negativity at first, and it was like a bit frustrating. There's a lot of people downing Jamie's presence on the channel, and then naturally, you know, all the rotten vegetables were being thrown at my fabrication skills. But we're carrying on.
We've moved past it.
Yeah.
We don't care. We don't care at all, actually.
All I need in my life is some tasty waves and a hot VW.
Right?
Cool. I'm going to get the welder. You're not going to want to watch this because it may blind you. Everybody knows what welding looks like at this point. We'll explore it on another project. You can refer to that episode. Just turn your computer monitor into the mirror and watch it in reverse.
Wait, what are you talking about?
So you got the driver's side and you got the passenger side, right? So just turn your phone or monitor in the mirror and watch it in the mirror.
There
That's
you
exactly
go.
what I'm
It's
doing.
the flip
It's a
side.
mirror image. All right, so that's it. That's just tacked in, just like the other side. It's enough to support the body. That's what I was getting at. So these floor pans are hung onto this chassis section that's been relocated so the body won't fall down when we lift it up. So at this point, I think we could take this baby outside, set her on the ground.
I'm excited.
It's going to be low. Not a lot of action in this episode, but strong reward. Now you're going to see me struggle trying to wheel this table and steer it out there.
Do you need help?
I might just hug it to the ATV. Let's see. I might hug it to Beastie.
Beastie. Okay, we're taking Beastie out today.
In that episode where we fixed the carburetor, so it's doing the same thing. It's dropping gas out of the float bowl. So it's the float. It's the seal. We replaced the seal. It's still dripping. I don't get it. Could just be dirt. Could be sediment in there that just continues, like the sediment went into the needle seat again, and I don't know. We're going to pour some gas in it and let's see what happens.
It's hard to keep things dust free out here.
Yeah. Let me pull in the prime specimen. Let's see if it leaks. It's been sitting for a good month, so who knows what happened. It's definitely out of gas.
She fixed herself.
Maybe. Put some fuel in the beast, see if it comes out the bottom.
I hope not. I really want to take her for a stroll.
Well, if you notice, when we tap on the float bowl, it does stop. So it's like, maybe it's just dust in there. We maybe just have to flush the whole tank. We'll find out. I don't want to put a heck of a lot in there.
I don't see nothing yet.
Should be enough to do the job we need.
Oh, it's coming out.
Oh. Is it?
Yeah.
Dog, dang it.
Just tap it. Kick it.
Oh, that's, yeah. I get it. It's really coming out, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
See? Now it stopped. Is it sediment in the needle jet?
Anybody that has any comments about this, please.
It's a brand new
interject.
So we got a carburetor rebuild kit, but because it ran perfect, all we replaced was the little, the needle on the float with the little rubber end. So you can see it stops, but it continues to do this. Like when you're driving it, it doesn't leak. Yeah, let's clean this up a little bit.
This is what Ian does with all of his clothes.
It's a natural progression. So it comes from the package to my body. Then it becomes a hand rag. Then it becomes floor rag. Then it's out. Look at that. It got tie-dyed from the sun.
Ooh.
That's how bright the sun is out here. Yeah, it always ran so perfect, but it developed this weird gas leak issue. Always ran perfect. Remember that funny story I told you about my bicycle?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, don't whip your butt.
Told you it wasn't going to be easy.
So, Ian.
Yes.
I want to hear your story about how you.
Again.
Yeah.
Never gets old, does it? So I used to do these experiments. Well, I always do these experiments, but in my early years, my young, naive years, I was just messing around with stuff.
This is hilarious.
So there was this time where I was riding my bicycle and I wanted to ride it backwards, right? So I just spun on the seat, thinking I would put my feet back on the pedals and grab the bars. No, total disaster. So another one was, I thought, what if I tied a string to that telephone pole and rode away as fast as I can? Like, what would happen? I thought maybe I would stop, the bike would flip over, I don't know. But I really got up some speed, and the rope snapped off and whipped me in the backside like nothing I've ever experienced. I mean, like that. So I learned not to do that again. So that's where the...
And how old were you?
About 10.
Aww.
And yeah, I was hoping the same didn't happen with that. Right. This is a piece of sculpture that just keeps getting in my way. I'm going to do something with this someday. Here's the rest of it.
So the moral moral of the story is be careful when towing and using tow straps. Because you can severely
Well, we heard of some guy getting
injure
killed
yourself.
recently where they tried to yank him out of the mud with the wrong strap. Apparently, the tow ball came off the truck, ricocheted through the windshield of the vehicle, and
And killed him. So if you're towing, please be careful. Because I didn't even realize that that could happen. I learned from that, just seeing that story.
And have to get the plug for the hoist as well. I'm out of hats. I
Oh no!
lost all my hats out there.
You know what? I have one that you can have. Want me to go get it?
No, I'm tough.
Oh, okay.
I'm a
All right,
trooper.
then. I'll stand here under my umbrella.
All right. One of our wheels is coming apart too. Look at that. What a bummer. What do you want from a free table, right?
Can you fix that?
No, I think that's just repair or rather replace. Take this guy out. Now we're on 4 wheels for the first time.
That's the cord for that thing?
Yeah, this cord is set up to run the welder if I need it way out there. When I was putting up these trusses, but it's 220 volt.
Oh, wow. I've never seen a cord that big.
Mega extension cord.
Wow.
Like so many things, everything is in progress here, and I've never actually finished the installation of this lift or my roof, so I'm always building cars. That's okay. I enjoy building cars.
Right.
And less enjoy building structures. This is an awesome lift, by the way. In case you haven't seen, it's a bend pack. Extra tall, 10,000 pound lift. I like it a lot. Ready to rock. These are up.
It'll go so much easier without a car on it, I think.
Hear that?
Nothing?
It's the sound of anticipation.
Oh.
It's the sound of everyone in the audience holding their breath.
And flies.
And flies. Now, with any luck, we won't be able to get it off the lift. I'll call that a win. We'll need to get the floor jack. See how the rear tires are cambered? Right now there's positive camber. Trying to set them so that there's neutral camber, but it's 6 inches lower. The weight of the engine should prove whether or not it's right. Either way, it's going to be low. All right. Yeah, look at those tires. They flattened right out.
Very cool.
So that's a 6-inch drop right there. And in the front, we have the adjusters, the drop spindles. It's pretty low. Yeah, I think we might be up for a little more lowering. Maybe they're not drop spindles. Look at that beam. You can usually get it much lower. You have to look into this. Oh, they're not drop spindles. Look, the drop spindle has it up here, 2.5 inches. So I'm gonna order a set of ball joint drop spindles, and that'll put this weight out on the front because it's got adjusters and disc brakes. But either way, look at it from the side view. I mean, I'll put a fender on, then you'll really get to see how tucked the tires would be. And look at it from the rear, Jamie. The way the tires, there's still a little bit of positive camber in it. So when the rest of the weight of the car gets on it, it should come out just about even. Put a fender bolt on there and see what it does. Let's see. So this is a Baja kit. And with a Baja kit, there's usually a ton of room in between the tire and the fender. But I think you get the gist of me not even being able to put the screw in. That is pretty low. That's what we're looking for. You always want it to look impossible. Now watch as I roll the car. It's going to take that camber right out of it. Look at that. So now you see how low the car actually is. Quite a drop. And again, that's a Baja fender. That's not the standard Beetle. So the front, I'll get some drop spindles. I'll take that tire 2.5 inches up into there. And the back, I think, is solid. Looks pretty good to me. How do you feel about it?
I think it's awesome.
That's a good answer. So look this way. Little Jules next. We're going to get back on that. I got a steering box. Got a couple other things. And just a quick heads up on the socials. This monster. It's for sale. Not a lot of money. It could be yours. I'll take a little rip around it in a while and show you how it works. I think it's a 390 4-speed trans on a Ranger chassis. It's nasty. Engine's tired, but it runs. If you did the probably re-ringed it and put a new top end on it, this thing would be a monster. Stay tuned.